Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and Nikki Haley just got roasted in a live interview on Fox News just hours ahead of the New Hampshire primary. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. Nikki Haley has about as much chance as I do of winning the New Hampshire primary tonight. I probably have a better chance in South Carolina than her, and I'm not running for president. So, what is her path? What is her path forward? And yet she stays in. Now, it is my opinion that she stays in because dark money supports her, because warmongers support her, and because they want to drag this out as long as possible to siphon money away from former President Donald Trump, have him waste it on a primary so he doesn't have it to face Joe Biden. If Nikki Haley really cared about the Republican Party, she would drop out after she gets spanked tonight and allow Trump to just go ahead and go head-to-head with Joe Biden. That being said, the Fox and Friends hosts, they weren't very kind to her. They hit her with reality right between the eyes, and she had a meltdown. She did not like it even a little bit. I'm going to show you that clip now, but before I do, I want to remind you to please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. I'm Carmine Sabia for Explain America. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody. And after the video, check the description or links that are in the description segment, and you can actually read more about this story.
The facts are that Donald Trump beat you by 30 points in Iowa. Now in New Hampshire, the facts are that you were down in the polls. These are the polls. We know polls can be wrong. If you don't win today, do you go on to South Carolina? And I'm from South Carolina, and we love you there. We love Tim Scott there, but Donald Trump is also loved there. You don't want to go into your state and lose that state if you stay in the race, because we'd love to see you in some other capacity down the road. What is your response to that? Do you get out if you lose today?
No, I don't get out if I lose today. I mean, first of all, again, I'm going to say this. We've had 56,000 people vote for Donald Trump, and you're going to say that's what the country wants? That's not what the country wants. We're going to have New Hampshire vote today. They deserve to have the power of their voice said. I have won South Carolina twice. Do they support Trump? Of course they do. I voted for Trump twice. I think he was the right president at the right time. I don't think he's the right president going forward. There's a difference between support and where you want our country to go. I'm going to fight just as hard in South Carolina as I did before.
But do you worry, the Iowa polls were right. The distance was about what the polls were. Right now, you're down double digits in probably the last three major polls. And in South Carolina, I think you're down 40 or 50 points. So you think those polls are that dramatically wrong and you can make up that difference?
Well, I'm not down 40 or 50 points in South Carolina. I think we need to have a current poll in South Carolina. But I'll also tell you this. When I ran for governor, I ran against an attorney general, lieutenant governor, and a popular congressman. Mm-hmm. And I worked it and fought for it and earned it. I'm going to go into South Carolina and do the same thing. I take nothing for granted.
So there's no scenario where it stops tonight?
Of course not. We've already made our ad buy.
Yeah, how many? You put 4 million in ads?
We've put in an ad buy. I don't know how much it is, but it's strong. We saved our money. I hoarded money all the way through. We stayed in garden inns and residence inns. We were the only one that flew commercial because I wanted to make sure we could run through the tape on this. I'm going to fight no matter what. I don't care how much y'all want to coronate Donald Trump. At the end of the day, that's not what Americans want. Americans want a choice, and we're going to give them that choice.
You keep saying coronate, lie, not tell the truth. What do you say on the couch? I'm really wondering why you think we're the enemy.
Because I've looked at the media. Look at the media saying, oh, this is Donald Trump's to have. Look at the political class all coalescing and saying everybody needs to get out. That's not democracy. That's not who we are. Who we are is, when have we ever had down to two people in New Hampshire and you say, oh, it's over? We don't do that. South Carolina is an amazing state when it comes to picking presidents.
3 states really could choose an election for the entire country?
I mean, it's a beautiful thing. It's what we go through. And at the end of the day, it's the fact that you don't do this for any reason outside of you love your country. Mm-hmm. I'm doing this because I don't want my kids to continue to live like this. I don't want chaos in their life. I want them to know they can buy a home. I want them to know that they can have a future. I want people to feel good about America. Right now, people feel chaos. They feel all kinds of divisions back and forth. That's not what they want. They want someone to go in there and work and show them. And when I win, I will spend every day proving to people that they made a good decision.
All right.
So you would not if Donald Trump, it becomes apparent to you that Donald Trump's going to win New Hampshire, and he does, and if you go to South Carolina and win, would you endorse him? Just because Ron DeSantis said, I signed a pledge to endorse the Republican nominee. Do you feel the same way?
Brian, we're going to finish this, and I will enjoy telling you I told you so. But what I will also tell you is I've always said I'm going to support the Republican nominee. We can't have a President Kamala Harris. That's why I'm running, because Donald Trump doesn't beat Joe Biden in a general election. We beat him by double digits.
But in the real clear, he's up 3 points as the average of the most substantive polls in the country.
Up against Joe.
Donald Trump beating Joe Biden by 3 points on the
Okay, and that's margin of error, Brian. We did that in 2018. We did that in 2020.
Right.
We did that in 2022. I campaigned for a ton of candidates that were good, and we all lost because Donald Trump was the incumbent. We can't lose again. This is about November, too. And at the end of the day, a Kamala Harris presidency, we won't survive it. And, you know, Wall Street Journal showed I was up by 17 points, and Donald Trump said it was a dirty poll. That was his pollster that did the poll.
Right.
It's reality.
You know what? Let's talk about the results tomorrow.
Thank you.
See if the polls. Tomorrow we'll know for sure what was right.
Strong against the president.
So let me ask you a couple of questions.